Madhusudan one last time because I really want to get to the bottom of this. You see, there are people, economists, Sanjay Jha himself used that expression a little while back that, you know, we have really conceded. We made concessions, big concessions. Now, are these concessions of the nature that are extraordinary, Harsh Madhusudan, that actually go against the national interest? Or are they concessions that we needed to make to also get competitive? And second question, had we not purchased this Russian oil, do you think global inflation, forget about Indian inflation, global inflation would have gone up, resulting in a massive spiral and slowing down recession pressure globally, which would have affected and come back to haunt us?
No, absolutely, Rahul. I'll take the second question first. If Russian crude goes offline, so around of the 100 million barrels per day that the world produces and consumes, I think Russia is around 8 or 9 million barrels per day. And the oil price is very sensitive to smallest shifts in supply and demand. You would see global prices go up to $200. So as you rightly mentioned, as Pradeep also mentioned earlier, the US actually wanted us to buy oil from Russia below a certain price cap, which is X insurance, X shipping, so that the global price clears at a roughly even price. Now, the problem is the US itself has an extremely large shale industry whose break-even point is no longer around $40 or $50, it's around $70. So Donald Trump came to power saying, drill, baby, drill, but he actually does not want oil prices to fall that much. And obviously, OPEC has been increasing supply every last few months. Mohammed bin Salman is sick and tired of other countries cheating on their supply quotas. And the US actually is just finding a villain, a convenient villain in India, because actually $55 to $60 WTI or Brent does not suit US interests. Since it can't take on China immediately, India just becomes a convenient villain. Now, on the first question you mentioned, see, in any trade negotiation, you give and take. So I would not say by any stretch of the imagination that we have surrendered. However, I will say this, one thing that we've not put on so far on the table is the almost complete universal carte blanche we've given to US big tech. That on that point, we were a bit too eager. We kind of removed the Google tax, the digital sales tax. CCI antitrust investigations slowed down. They're actually now coming back in the news. A lot of the Android app payment systems were an issue. Data localization, the law has been passed, has not been properly implemented. So I think one lesson, of course, all policymakers learn is, and I think Anand also alluded to it, and so did Dr. Chilani, that you cannot concede to a bully.
Yes.
You either ignore the bully or you fight back, because right now there are very few levers that we have. One of them is US big tech, and we don't need to do something dramatic. Even a small investigation on Microsoft or Google by Competition Commission of India, some fines will start the ball rolling. And it's very, very important.
There's another pressure point, if I may.
We need our own pressure points, and we should not get too worried about Indian ITES and GCC, Global Capability Center service exports, because there is simply no alternative to the Indian talent pool at that scale and at that cost point. Like Krakow in Poland or Manila in Philippines does not have the scale. So we have a lot of good cards, and our negotiators need to stop being goody-goody boys. We go and actually talk for immigration visas in our trade agreements, like more H-1B, more immigration. We should not talk for more skilled immigration. We don't need totalization agreements. If it happens, great. We need to talk about goods that are produced here. So by and large, I think any negotiation is going in the right direction. But there are some pressure points we now need to cultivate.
Pressure point. There's another big one.
Because this will continue even if there's a deal.
Yes.
With Donald Trump been president for 3.5 years.
He might tear it up. There is no guarantee. He might tear it up 6 months down the line. There's another pressure point, viewers, and those are the Trump towers that he makes a lot of money off. And I've been saying this on social media and my other articles and broadcasts that maybe the time has come to start putting a little bit of pressure on Trump's business interests in India. They're huge, and he makes millions and millions. Yes, very quickly, Dr. Ranganathan, I just have to move to the second part of this debate, which will be more focused on the politics. Yes.
Yes, I mean, the last resort is obviously kamikaze. If we go down, we take America with us. Please remember, we have $250 billion in US Treasury bonds. So, but the other point I want to make, we need to look inwards as well. All this talk about the opposition and Modi and everyone saying in the government, we need to protect our agriculture and farmers. No, We're not protecting them. We are ruining them. We need to reform that sector because 44% of our active labor force is involved in this sector that is contributing pitifully to the GDP. So we need to look inwards as well.
Yeah, but I guess you have to create the playing field before you can actually remove the life support. You'll have to create some sort of a bedrock. And unfortunately, viewers, you know how that goes. We were so backing the 3 farm laws, and look what happened. Who came out onto the streets, viewers? The upholders of the public interest, the Congress party, the AAP, and all of these other parties. They are the ones, viewers, who talk about the public interest, the national interest. They are the ones who oppose the farm laws. And then, of course, the government capitulated. Very wrong. I thought it was very, very wrong.
Rahul, we believe in fair trade, not forced trade.
Okay. Fair trade, not forced trade. Viewers, Bharat, I have to be very honest, is fighting a battle on 2 fronts.